Hello, YouTube. Which let me know the 0 followers I have right now. Let me know. I have no idea how to start off my videos. I keep saying like, hi YouTube, but that's like super silly and generic, so I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking about doing something along the lines of like, hello Earthlings, Earth creatures, because we're talking to some dogs out there too, I'm sure. Some doggies and kitties and aliens and, all of the, vampires of the world, all of the creatures that are out there. Oh, my dog is just barreling through my home right now. Anyway. You changed my camera, Lucy. Whatever. So yesterday I actually took down a video because my mom watched it and was like, actually, that didn't happen the way you thought it did. So we're gonna fix that now and talk about a different version of that. So in that video, I kind of made it all of the crazy things that I've done and that have happened to me in the name of rescuing Earth creatures. And yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. The first one I want to talk about, which I think is the most silly and funny one, sorry, my dog is attacking a bone right now, is when the time I got a tapeworm, which is disgusting and sounds really disgusting. Well, it was really disgusting, but I'm alive. It was fine. It did not help me lose weight, so don't give yourself a tapeworm so that you can lose weight. That's just not gonna work. It hurts. It's gross. It made me lose appetite, which is strange. People always say, oh yeah, it's, gonna make you really, really hungry, so you eat all the stuff, so it's feeding the worm. No, I had no appetite at all and lost no weight. So thank you, tapeworm. But So there was this dog that I was trying to rescue at the time. He was super adorable. His name was Obi. I named him Obi because Star Wars is great. I had this thing where I named all creatures after Star Wars everything. I had a rescue that at one point I named Wampa because he looked like the, snow creature from, I think it was episode 5, where he was trying to eat Luke, where he was hanging him upside down and stuff. Anyway, I was trying to rescue Obi, and I ended up having him in my apartment for a short period of time. Not here, different apartment. But he ended up having some worms, and he licked me a lot, and it transferred to me. Not that specific worm. I guess it's eggs and a whole egg situation. Apparently if it gets in their saliva and they lick you, they can transfer eggs. So yeah, that happened and it was gross. Luckily it was only a tapeworm that I got, and they did this is so funny. Okay, so they did an ultrasound, which I felt was hilarious. I don't know why they felt that was necessary. Just tell me I have it, I believe you. But yeah, they did that and it was like that big. Gross. Anyway, I ended up naming him Little Jerry because why not? Might as well have fun with it when you have a tapeworm. I really liked that, which is just stereotypical me. I really enjoyed the shock factor of having a tapeworm because I'm strange. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. My husband was not with me yet. He was still just a friend at this point, and I know I kind of freaked him out at one point or another because I was like, guess what I have growing in my belly? It's an alien fetus. Just kidding. It's a tapeworm. He still married me, so I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was hilarious because years later, my husband and I really love watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Frank, who is one of my favorite characters, Danny DeVito, he gives himself a tapeworm so that Charlie, one of the other characters, will love him so that he'll lose weight. He'll lose weight and that will make the other character love him. It's just a whole fabulous show and I love it. But anyway, as this was happening, Frank names his tapeworm Jerry. And I was like, oh my God, they're talking about me and my life, and this is wonderful. So, Danny DeVito, if you ever watch this video, just know that I love you, and I love all of the things that you've done in film. So thank you, Danny DeVito, for all of your fabulous everything. So thank you. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny and felt like I needed to share that with the world. Now, the story that I told in the video that I took down, I thought I had rabies. So everybody on earth that I did tell that I had rabies at one point, I didn't. Sorry. I thought I did. It happened when I was like 6 or 7. My mom, who loves animals just as much as I do, maybe more. She's pretty hardcore. My mom is just very intense. She's a vegetarian because meat is murder. I'm trying. I'm a vegetarian / vegan. I say / because I make mistakes. I attempt to be a vegan. Not so great at that, but I try. At least I'm trying, you know? Anyway. The dog just threw a pillow at the cat. That was rude. Anyway. So in this story, we rescued a kitten from the woods behind my house, and this kitten was super cute, and we kind of like kept it in our basement until we can confirm that it did not have rabies, and until we can get it like all the vaccines it needs and all of that jazz. And I basically took care of this kitten for, like a month. And the kitten ended up biting me, and I had to go and get all of these shots, and I thought, and have thought until yesterday, that these were rabies shots. I had so many of them. I remember it being very painful, and my mom was like, great video, but that wasn't true. And I was like, oh no. But yeah, so apparently it was like tetanus and a bunch of other random ones, and it was just, I don't really know why, but it wasn't rabies. So fact check that, world. Sorry, my bad. But another crazy instance of me trying to save a creature and having issues because of that endeavor. There was also an instance where I was with my paternal grandmother's family in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains. They lived very high up in the mountains, and it was kind of like this, their house was not a shack by any means, but it was like this really small, like what you would imagine being on a mountain side. They had this like all this land for farming, and it was kind of intense because they definitely, this was when I was probably like 10, so they definitely had like guns everywhere. I'm sorry, guns everywhere because they were worried about like bears and mountain lions and scary animal creatures. So my cat is pooping. Sorry. Oh my god. Guys, Lucy, leave her alone. Sorry. Lucy did not want the kitty to poo in private. So that happened. Anyway. So anyway, my aunt, Auntie Fran, hello. She was really obsessed with cat scratch fever, and she felt like if you got a scratch at all, you were going to contract cat scratch fever, and that if you got a scratch, you had to take a bath in alcohol, like straight up alcohol. That was terrifying. My little sister remembers this story as well because it happened to her too. They had all kinds of like wild, feral, like house cats. They weren't house cats, but they were just everywhere, and they were like these little tabbies and all kinds of other kind of cats. And they were so cute and so sweet, and they were definitely feral, but they would come up to you. They weren't like too afraid of people, but they were wild cats, and they were definitely not vaccinated or anything, and like for all I know, they could have had cat scratch fever. This could have been a real thing, but I don't know about that. That my aunt thought that we had cat scratch fever at one point because my sister and I both like tried to capture one of the cats because we're terrible children, and it scratched us all over the place. And my aunt made us take these alcohol baths, and she would literally, like, she had these jugs of alcohol and would just pour them into a tub, which, by the way, we only went to her house one time. This was it. And that was like my favorite silly experience that happened there, because I was like, are you, like, this is not real. But yeah, she made us take an alcohol bath because of cat scratch fever, and in attempting to just like, it wasn't necessarily save. I think the cats were probably very happy to be outside, but we were like, you're gonna be my kitty now, and stealing cats, I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, and I always laugh now when people talk about cat scratch fever, if they ever do. I think it's definitely more of like a southern thing. I live in the north. I've not heard of it up here at all. Anytime I ever hear about it, it's when I'm in the south. So I assume it's a southern thing. Let me know. I don't know. But I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty great. My husband, when I told him that story, he immediately thought that I was going to take a pee bath. Like, they'd have to like pee in the bathtub and I would sit in the pee. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. That would make it almost funnier, but that's not what happened. Anyway. So yeah. We've definitely had instances where you're rescuing animals and they've brought fleas, and that was horrible. I mean, it's definitely dealable. Like, we were fine. We ended up getting all of them out, and they're not in this apartment. Luckily, Lucy has never had fleas. Thank you, Lucy. But it has happened before, so definitely a lot that can go wrong in your personal life from rescuing creatures. So just think before you act. Make sure the professionals are involved and you're not a child rescuing things. Yes. Let's see here. I don't know if I have any more. And I think that this got a little bit silly. I'm pretty sick and I took some medicine and I feel like I'm getting a little bit silly from that. I do have to make pizza later, which I'm really excited about. I'm trying to be a good vegan. I made vegan, I have celiac disease, so it's kind of rough to be a vegan with that, but some of you understand that plight. But I made gluten-free vegan pizza crust, and so I'm gonna attempt making gluten-free and vegan cheese a little bit to make my gluten-free vegan pizza. Let's hope that tastes good. I don't know. I don't trust it, but we're gonna try. And I think that's all I have. I feel like you guys, in like a lot of these videos, I'm not really featuring Lucy that much. I feel like it's about her. The song isn't even about you, Lucy. Oh, pretty puppy. I know, it's you. Anyway. All right. Whoa, sorry world. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. It didn't even work.